Hi, I'm Mark Hopkins with DOJO Americana. I'm a second-degree black belt under Carlos Valente. Compete under the 919 banner, Eduardo Tellis' team, the Turtle Master. Anyway, I want to share with you my five favorite self-defense techniques that I think everyone should know. You never know when you're going to need them or when you're going to run into a situation where you need to have some self-defense techniques. Don't get punked in front of your girlfriend, guys. You need to know something, okay? So these are my 5 favorites, and you will look like a superstar just by watching this video. Okay, so before we start, the one thing you must remember is you have to maintain and manage the distance of the fight or the altercation. You want to keep your opponent attacker at least 2 arm lengths away. You don't want them within that circle. That's your safe zone. If they cannot reach you, you're safe. If they cannot reach you with a punch or a kick, you're safe. Now, a good way to keep that person outside of your safe zone is with a push kick. Okay, the push kick, as you can see here, you bring your knee up and you just push it and you just push the person away like a jab is used in boxing or Muay Thai. So that push kick keeps the person at bay. That buys you a little time. They can probably change their mind whether they want to, further engage with you, or they decide to come at you. But either way, you're ready. You got your push kick. The push kick can go to the stomach, can go to the waist, or it can go to the knee. Okay, one of my favorites for self-defense is the double leg takedown. Now, this is the very first technique I learned. My good buddy Vince Silva was a wrestler at Oklahoma State. He was ranked first in the nation back in 1988 in NCAA Division I. Anyway, when he was about 19, we're about 19 years old, this big guy wanted to kick my butt, and my buddy Vince backed me up. He stepped in, and this is exactly what he did. He did a double leg. He did a duck under. So he changed levels. The punch was coming. He changed levels, which means bending your legs and coming below the punch. You're slipping under the punch, and you grab the person by the legs, or a single leg, or a clinch of some sort around their body, and you take them down to the ground. In the situation, what I witnessed for the very first time was my buddy Vince did a duck under. He changed levels, grabbed the guy around the waist, lifted him, and slammed him to the ground. Changed levels, come under the punch, grabbed him around the waist, lifted him up, and threw him to the ground. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're doing a double leg instead of the body clinch. What you're going to do is maintain the distance, wait for the punch to come. You're anticipating this aggressor, opponent, attacker to throw a punch at you. More than likely, that's what they're going to do. They're either going to push you or throw a punch at you. Whether it's a wild haymaker type of punch or a more technical punch, be ready for that punch. Change levels. Come under the punch. Bend the legs, slip under it, grab the legs, and then take your opponent down to the ground. Okay? So that's one of my favorites right there, and we practice that at DOJO Americana on a regular basis pretty much. In our self-defense class, beginner class, you're going to learn all self-defense techniques. Okay, guys? Number 2, we have the arm drag. Someone puts their hand on you, they start pumping their chest, pumping their finger into your chest. You just do a little wax on arm drag drill. The wax off is the circling motion. So you're here, circle. It comes to the wrist, circle the wrist off your chest. Your second hand's going to grab them by the tricep, and you pull them. And you step in, either go for a double leg, or again, a body clinch, and then take them down from there. That is the arm drag, okay? Okay, number 3 is somebody grabbing you and against a wall. So they got you pushed against a wall. You got nowhere to go because the wall is behind you. You can't really slip off to the side too much because you don't know the technique to do that yet. But this is it right here. You're going to bring that shoulder to your chin and pivot on your leg. Okay? So you're here. Pretty much you don't even need to grab the person's wrist. All you got to do is turn. Okay? Turn. Shoulder to chin. Okay? That's the movement. One hand comes to the inside, grabs the wrist. The other one's right about at the tricep area. And you do this motion. Shoulder to chin. Boom. Okay? Slip that hand right off your chest. and you got them in another arm drag position, or the Russian 2-on-1 it's called in wrestling, the 2-on-1. And you take your opponents back from there, take them down, body clinch, however you want to finish it. Okay? So that is a two-hand grab against a wall or some type of unmovable object. But number 4 is the standing armbar. This is another great one. I love this one. Somebody has their hand, they're grabbing you by the shirt, by your jacket, whatever, and the arm drag won't work as well if somebody's gripping a jacket or a sweatshirt. The arm drag is not going to work as well. So I prefer the standing armbar. So one arm is going to come inside, grab the wrist. The outside hand is going to grab a little higher on the wrist, just above the first hand, and you're going to turn your hips and step across the person's body. Boom. Okay. You pinch their arm between your arm. Okay, so you're pinching your elbow to your ribs, keeping your posture back straight. Apply pressure to their elbow. Okay. So again, grab the wrist, turn your body, lock the arm in place, and drop a little weight on their elbow. Push outwards, and pretty effective arm lock. Pretty painful. Or you can actually take them just right to the ground with this as well. Whatever you decide. Okay, so those are my 5 favorite techniques that you may need for a real life situation out in the street. And keep this in mind, guys. You need to practice to perfect these techniques. So come on down to our gym if you're in North County. Dojo Americana, 99 Vista, 1116 Sycamore Avenue in Vista, California, 760-717-2170. Again, I'm Mark Hopkins, and thanks for tuning in. All right, guys.